Hello friends, welcome back to that 1870s homestead. My name's Rachel, and if you missed the last video, we went out to our back fence row where all the wild things grow, and we harvested a nice basket of some wild grapes. Aren't they pretty? And the thing about wild grapes is while they have a lot of grape flavor, they are full of seeds, and they're small, not like a table grape, but they make, supposedly, I've never done it, great wines, grape juices, and jellies. So we're going to turn this first into juice for the purposes of making jelly. So I thought I'd bring you guys along with the process in case you're interested, since it's my first time. But we've done, on our homestead, we do a lot of juicing of fruits. So not my first time juicing something. So the process is the same, but first I'm going to give these a quick rinse and get them prepped for the juicer. So I'm just throwing as many as I can fit in the colander, and then we'll rinse them real quick. Unlike mulberries, while you get little, can it come up? Little red spots like you were squishing grapes on your fingers, it doesn't stain. Okay, so this is a steam juicer, and it's 3 parts. The bottom vessel is where you fill it with the water to make the steam, and you want to keep your eye on that to make sure it doesn't run dry because it needs the water to do the job. And then this second vessel is where the juice drops, and it has a little funnel with like a little clamp, so you can drain off the juice. And then the top is a basket with like a steamer basket with holes in it that sits in there, and that's where we're gonna drop our grapes. And these will break down over time. So if I can't fit them all at first, I can add to it while it's going through the process. Okay, second strainer basket. Take the leaf out. Now, some of you might be shocked to see me throwing stems and all in there, but you can. So when I'm making, like, say, applesauce or apple pie filling, and you use the outer meat portion of the apple and you're left with all the skins and the cores, I throw the skins, the cores, stems and all in here and do apple juice. So yeah, that's a nice thing because it's only drawing out the juices. What it does, basically, it ruptures the cell of the fruit and releases that juice out of it. So it's kind of nice. All right, so we're going to, you can see the little bits in my strainer. I'm going to rinse my strainer and see if I can't add that last little bit of grapes in here. All right, I don't know that they'll all fit, so let's try. Okay. How about that? Pretty good. So, push the lid on, and we're going to get this steaming. Now, this is a process that you can't necessarily forget it, but you can walk away from it from time to time. So I'm going to turn this on, let's just say medium heat. I may turn it down over time. I'm gonna pull this all the way to the end so I can hook it on my handle. Now, what you don't want to do is when it comes time, and I'll talk about this more when we get to decanting it, when you are taking off the juice from the steamer, it's boiling hot. So you don't want any distractions around your feet, any little ones, rough dogs, things you might trip on, because if you pour that on you, you will get burned. If you spill it, you may stain things. So just keep that in mind, that you want a safe space to work in when it comes time for that. It takes quite a while to get to that step. So I think a typical steam processing job for me is around 2 hours. So in about 40 minutes, I'll check it. And then I'll usually check it like every 20-30 minutes after that. So, and how I check it is I'll just unplug it and see if there's any juice ready to come out. From time to time, I'll mash the berries. So that's it. It's quite simple, but I want to show you what this harvest, this bunch, and what you could expect regarding juice from wild grapes. And then we're going to turn it into jelly. I don't know that we'll do that in this video, but that's the intended purpose of this. So a lot of things, like say you don't have time in where you are in the season of gathering and harvesting and canning and preserving. I do this a lot. I'll just can the juice knowing I'm going to make something with it later because I don't have the time. So we're going on vacation next week for a long vacation, and I'm trying to get as much done as I can. So let me show you these beautiful green beans I got done yesterday. We had 12 quarts of green beans done. So I'm trying to stay up on things because I know when I just get back I'm going to be busy catching up on everything. But we have a great farm sitter that's staying that will harvest tomatoes, harvest green beans, harvest everything that needs to be harvested from the garden while we're gone. But this is one thing that I want to get out of the way now and not risk the grapes losing them, I guess, the opportunity to harvest them. Alrighty, it's actually been about an hour, so we're going to see if we have any juice yet. It's going pretty slow, to be honest with you. Tell you what, this doohickey thing, this little stopper, takes a lot of grip strength to keep it open. So I'll just stop it there for a second and bring it back up and show you guys. So there is some beautiful grape juice. Is it gonna show up? Yeah. What I'm gonna do is, let me bring you guys back up here, and I could decant more, but it's just gonna go slow. I'm gonna go ahead and do my first like little plungy plunge of the fruit, because I don't think it's rupturing the grapes very quickly. They do have quite a firm skin. So you can use whatever tool you want, a potato masher or a pickle packer. And I'm just gonna go through and crush some of them. And help bust them open a little bit. But remember how full this pot was? And it's down below the middle of the vessel now. So they really have broken down quite a lot. All right, let's put our lid back on. And we should actually check the water underneath and make sure that we don't need to add any water. Yeah, it's still full, so we're still good on that. Okay. Let's do this again. And we will open it up. Hot. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. You'll see it fills back up quite quickly, but we'll just let it go a little while longer and then come back and do it again and again. So I'll see you guys back at the end and show you how much we've got. So right now we're sitting at, what is that? 2 cups of really, really dark grape juice. So I'm hoping for, say, 6 to 8 cups, but we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna shut this off. That was probably 3 hours. And I think it's done. There's no more juice coming out. That's a good way to know while there's still plenty of water in there. What I'm gonna do is just tip it slightly carefully. What I do is I just set the back lip on the back rim of the bottom water vessel and get any last little bit out. And I think I ended up with right at 10 cups or so, which is more than I expected, so that's good. So maybe we'll be able to freeze a couple cups and then about 8 cups for the jelly. Hold on just 1 second while I wrap this up and I'll show you. I just cut off the heat. So another thing, when you pick these up, don't try to grab it by the jar. The jar is going to be really hot with the juice. So it's still really, really rich here at the end. That's the extra. And this is a 1/2 gallon mason jar filled. So, like I said, not sure how the day tomorrow and everything is going because there's a lot to get done before we prep to leave for out of town, but if I get a chance, we'll turn this into jelly. If not, I will be sure to share that video with you of wrapping this whole series up from collecting them, juicing them, and making jelly from wild grapes. So it's been really, really fun to take you along with my journey, and I'm glad to know that, hey, I have this wealth of a resource out there in my backyard, and be able to do it again in the future. So happy growing, happy gardening, happy preserving where you are, and I'll see you on the next video.